What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ant for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking Zodiac signs of love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first one I see is the first one I read, and the first one I saw was Sagittarius, so we're going to go ahead and get it poppin'. Either way though, guys, hello, happy Tuesday. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Do want to mention, as always, before we start, if you want a personal read, check out the website CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description box below if you want to book me there. Real quick, I'm going to say what up here to some peeps, and then we'll go ahead and get started, okay? Casey, what's going on? What's poppin'? Craig, hey, Jamie, Kevin, Tiger Eye, what's going on? Angelica, Gloria, what's going on? Fawn, Alicia, how's everybody doing? What's going on? Jessica, Locks for Love Tarot, hi. What's poppin'? Lightworker, what's going on? Teeny, and what's going on? Nicole, how's everybody doing here today, man? Hopefully you guys are well. Happy Tuesday. And without further ado, let's get it poppin'. We're gonna start out here with Team Sagittarius, so let's see what we got in store here for the Saggy. All right, message is showing up for Sagittarians. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information's popping on in here for Team Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. Let's go ahead and have a look. We're going to get about maybe one more shuffle, and we'll see what's coming in for you, man. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Saggy, overall energy for you is going to be the Knight of Wands. Taking a look at the current energy we have here, the Seven of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, we got here a Six of Cups in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, Three of Cups in the upright position. So let's have a look here at you and see what's going on. Now, first things first, you got here a Knight of Wands, and you're pairing that Knight of Wands here to the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. Sagittarius, I will say, kind of feels to me like you're in a space and time right now where you're trying to tap more into the energy of being open. If you feel like you've had a wall up lately, and I'm saying like an emotional wall, right? If you feel like you've kind of had your guard up lately, I think you're being a little bit more open here in your next 24 hours, especially when it comes towards having to confront something about the past, having a look at what you're dealing with here being the Six of Cups reversed. I think you've been in a space probably where you've been trying to forget the past, but in your next 24 hours, I think you're feeling prompted here to open up about it. And chances are you're not going to be doing this alone. You probably are going to be in good company. Looking at the outcome for you, Three of Cups could symbolize friends, it could symbolize your romantic partner, it could symbolize your family, but I feel like you're going to feel pretty prompted here to let your guard down in the next 24 and kind of go into some detail about what's happened in your past, and you might be sharing that with a specific someone. Like I mentioned, could be literally anybody, friends, family members, lovers. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific person, but I think you're going to feel really good after that encounter, you know? Kind of getting stuff off your chest, letting things out, saying what you need to say seems to definitely be a really good vibe for you coming into your next 24. So that's what I'm kind of seeing pan out for you. I'm not sure necessarily what's making you feel so prompted to be so open in your next 24 hours, but that isn't inherently a bad thing, right? At the end of the day, we never want to always be in the space of repression or repressing our feelings and things of that nature. We want to be as open as possible. So if you've kind of had a little bit of a hard time or like a struggle opening up about something that happened or occurred in your past, I think that by being in good company in the next 24 hours could exactly be what you needed to kind of open up and start the healing process about something that's happened or occurred in your life. However, too, Three of Cups here, I mean, it is cups. Maybe you're having a good old drink tomorrow in the next 24. Maybe you're catching some drinks with some friends, and that might prompt you to open up as well, as we know that alcohol sometimes can have a tendency to be truth serum. So that might be the vibe here for some of you too. But either way, neither here nor there. I think it's just going to be a good time here to, you know, be with some people you're comfortable with and to just start diving into your past. And ultimately, that's where the healing can finally start to begin for some of you guys. So take that, of course, if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but definitely looks good here nonetheless, okay? All right, Saggy, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did start out here today with our fire signs. So Sagittarius was up first. For today's daily lineup, let's go ahead and do fire, earth, water, and air. That'll be the lineup here for today. By the way, what's going on, Marissa? How you doing? What's popping, Angelica? Hopefully everybody's having a great day here so far. Alicia said, I'm watching this while drinking red wine and waiting on my takeaway. Happy Tuesday night, everybody. Oh, that's awesome. Love that for you. Really, really cool. Glad you're relaxing and enjoying yourself. So we started out with fire. Let's get into earth. Jumping into the earth, let's have a look here at Team Virgo and see what's popping in for you. What do we got going on here for Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information's coming up here for Team Virgo? In the next 24 hours, hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look, all right? Virgo, overall energy for you is a Three of Swords in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look into the current energy, Queen of Swords in the upright, having a look at what you're dealing with, the Devil, and then looking at the outcome, Virgo, is going to be the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So let's have a look here at you and see what we got going on. Now, first things first, you could be dealing with a Capricorn because we do have here the Devil. However, though, Three of Swords reversed here and the Queen of Swords in the upright. Pretty interesting stuff. I mean, I feel like you're definitely detaching here. Like, when you have a Three of Swords in reverse, it usually means you're moving on. So you're not in a place of heartbreak anymore. You're in better spirits. You're not hurt anymore is pretty much what you're saying here, Virgo. And you can see pretty clearly, I feel, with the Queen of Swords. So you're not hurt over a situation anymore, but at the same time, I feel like you see clearly how that situation wasn't even good for you to begin with. I think that you're starting to get like the after clarity, if that makes sense, okay? It's like the post clarity showing up for you. I didn't see it before when I was hurt. I was hurt because I thought a situation was right for me. But now that I've moved on, I can very clearly see how it wasn't right for me. And with that being said, it's kind of nice to have that clarity. You know, it's nice to have that clear seeing is what I think a lot of you will be experiencing. You know, looking at what you're dealing with a devil. Maybe you're coming to terms about the fact that somebody here was a devil, right? Maybe some situation was really toxic or really unhealthy. Or maybe you were really invested in a situation that was unhealthy. Either way, though, you recognize that now. You were like, I wasn't myself before. I didn't see things clearly. I saw it in a totally different light. I saw it in a totally different perception. Therefore, being able to see everything for how it is now is definitely nice. Looking at the outcome here, Two of Wands reversed, I don't need to feel stuck anymore or feel trapped anymore. I can see the truth and I can continue to be free. So I think that moving on has definitely been super, super good for you guys in your next 24 hours. Not necessarily that you've moved on in your next 24. You've been in that process for a while. But what tomorrow has in store for you is clarity. It's like, I can really finally see it all. Like, I can't believe, you know, I was upset about this person considering that this relationship was so toxic. Or I can't believe I was so upset about losing this job when I had the worst boss ever. It's like, I could see so clearly how this situation wasn't good for me. So actually, this turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I think a lot of you're going to hop on that timeline where you see this situation as a blessing in disguise. All right. Anyhow, though, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to you, Team Virgo. So we have touched bases here, guys, so far with our earth. We've also done our fire. We're getting into our water signs here next. Okay. What's going on, Brittany? Hi, everybody. Sending you all positive energy, prayers, love, and light. Well, thank you, Brittany. Right back at you. What's going on, Kels? Energy is heavy right now. Make sure you're cleansing regularly. It's definitely a little noticeably different today. Did not feel as light as yesterday. Yesterday's energy was super light, but I will admit today's energy was a bit... not 100% like heavy, but definitely a bit different, you know, for sure. Anyhow, though, getting on into our water, we're going to touch base here with the Cancer. So let's have a look here and see what's up. Message is showing up here for Cancer, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs at Cancer in the next 24? Cancer. I feel like you guys are showing up here quick. Let's get our last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on. Cancer, overall energy for you, Devil in reverse. Looking at the current energy, we got here the Two of Cups. What you're dealing with at this time, Eight of Wands in reverse. And looking at the outcome, we have here the Temperance in the upright position. So if you are a Cancer, couple things to note, you could be connecting here possibly with a Capricorn. You also might be connecting here with a Sagittarius too. But you got a Devil reversed here. You're pairing that Devil in the reverse to the Two of Cups. So I think right now, you're kind of coming into a bit of a better space. I think you're starting to remove yourself. You know what I'm almost kind of like imagining, Cancer? Imagine like having 2 to 3 heavy winter jackets on yourself during the summertime, and how hot that would be and how unpleasant that would be. But the entire time, you always had the opportunity to take the jackets off and enjoy the summer breeze. But at the same time, you've chosen to keep those jackets on. Well, here's the difference. In the next 24 hours, you're taking off these jackets. So you're not in a negative situation anymore. It's kind of like you've taken off what's been holding you back or what's been making you feel even worse. You know, for example, if somebody's wearing winter jackets in the summer, they're going to feel worse being outside. However, though, if they just took them off, they're going to feel better. I think you've started to do that with something in your life. I think there was something that was adding a lot of pressure or negative stress for you, and I don't know what it is necessarily. Could be work, could be people or person. It could have been some kind of activities or hobbies. Maybe it was bad habits that were adding a lot of the stress and pressure onto you. But I feel like you're just taking it off. It's like, I'm letting that go, because if I hold on to it any longer, it's not aiding me and helping me. It's only kind of putting me in more of a rough spot. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Cancer, 8 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands reversed here says, I can't continue to go forward with something that's going to keep on dragging me down. So I also hear with the 2 of Cups, like, you're getting back to your roots, guys. I'm not sure what that means personally to you. However, though, if we think about roots, or more so like a base vibration for everybody's high vibration. So I think that if you've had something really killing your vibe, releasing that, letting that go, it's allowed you to go back to a base vibration of high vibration or neutrality. Like, you're feeling a lot better and you're feeling more connected to yourself. Looking at the outcome, guys, Temperance, yeah, you feel a lot better here emotionally. I don't know though, because I'm also getting a vibe here for Cancers where it feels like you've been juggling too much. So that could have been what was creating a toxic environment for you, because maybe you had such a thrown off lack of balance that you haven't felt like you had time for yourself or time to connect with yourself. So I'm getting a couple different messages here for Cancer, so take them as they go. For some of you, maybe you overwhelmed yourself too much and you needed to get back into simplicity. If you've needed to get back into simplicity, you feel reconnected to yourself again, you feel good. For other Cancers, if you were kind of invested in a bad habit or a negative situation that was adding more stress to your life, it feels good to let go of the stress, because now you're back to your life. Things feel simple again. Things feel good. So I think Cancers, one thing I want to say is, if you're doing too much, less is more. Try not to do too much, okay? If you have been adding a lot of negative stress on yourself and you know that you have a choice to remove that, choose to remove that anyhow. There's no point to try to take on the world all by yourself sometimes when it doesn't need to be that intense. Okay? Really interesting message. Take that if it applies, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless. Really appreciate you, Team Cancer, okay? All right, guys, we're going to keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Thank you, Cancers, for tuning on in. So far, y'all, we've done our water, we've done our earth, and we've done our fire. We're getting into air signs here next, okay? All right, guys. What's going on, Fawn? What's popping? Hey, Zephyr, what's going on? What's going on, Brittany? How's everybody doing? Hey, Cancerian girl, how's it going? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Give me 1 second, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Real quick, do want to touch base real fast, guys. I don't mind if... you know, people are like excited for their Zodiac and they're posting it in the chat. That's not an issue. It's just, one thing I always do want to say is that when it comes to reading the signs, always remember, guys, I'll get to your sign as quickly as I can. So just bear with me. I have no issue if you want to represent your sign and be like, hey, yo, you know, it's Cancer gang. You guys can do that. I don't care. Just, when it comes to, reading the signs, like if you're constantly saying read this, just be as patient as you can. I would really appreciate it. What's up, Michaela? Definitely needed that message. Cancer, Moon, and Rising. You're very, very welcome. Aisha said, I'm a Cancer. I thought that I was getting better, but I thought that it was getting better, but I'm giving up now. Why would you give up though? At the end of the day, if you give up, you're never going to get to see the day that it gets better. One thing I want to mention, guys, is that you're going to always, and here's one thing I learned, and here's one valuable lesson I learned in terms of like when you feel like you're ready to give up. Every time you feel like you're ready to give up, you were so much closer to the finish line than you thought. So you're right there. Anytime I feel like I'm about to give up or that I just want to give up, it's always when I was right there. I was right at the fucking finish line. But the thing is if you give up, you're giving yourself a disservice to all the work you did. You know, the only time you ever lose, guys, is when you give up. You don't lose if you don't get to where you want to go when you want to get there. You don't lose if things don't go your way. You only lose when you give up. All right? Life isn't fucking easy. And I'm going to be real with you guys. It's not. It's not a fucking cakewalk or a walk in the park. It's not. It's a struggle for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, we're here to experience life within itself. And life is always going to have the opportunity to get better, because no matter how shitty things are, if things are consistently shitty for a while, something's got to give and look up inevitably, right? Because we live in a reality of duality. There is positive and negative, light and dark, happy and sad. So if we're in a bit of the hard times, we're closer to the good times than we can even fucking imagine, because no energy we sit in is permanent, it's temporary. If we're going through sadness, right, then we're in a period of sadness, but it's temporary, just like a period of happiness sometimes. And then periods of neutrality. So the point is that anytime you're ready to give up, 9 times out of 10, you are so much closer to hitting that desired goal, to getting to where you wanted to go this entire time. So don't do that disservice to yourself. Take a day to rest, reset yourself, reset your mind, get back up and get back out there. Okay? Get back up and get back out there. That's the way that I see it, you know? Hey, Marlene. What up? What up? What's poppin', Mars Queen Marlene? If you're breathing and living your life, you're lucky. Yeah. Isn't it interesting, guys? Give me a sec, because I feel like there's a message. But isn't it interesting, though, how, like, the most mundane things in life, I don't know if mundane is the right context, but the little things in life are what gets you, you know? The 3D shit is what makes people, like, so stressed out to the point where they can't enjoy their lives, you know? What are people's biggest struggles in life? Not finding love, right? Not having enough money. What are other people's biggest struggles? Other people's biggest struggles are, like, maybe I feel like I can't make friends. All those things that I listed, those 3 things, are all things you can accomplish if you really work on those areas. I'm not making enough money. Figure out how the hell to make more money, because there are ways to do it. Okay? And I'm not saying wait for your boss to give you a raise. I'm saying start doing it yourself. When it comes to love, maybe there's a lack of love you've had for yourself for a long time. Maybe you're always searching for love outside of yourself because you never found it within. Start focusing on finding love within first. Then love will start to be attracted, and that will come on the external. Same thing with friends. If you're never feeling good enough to make friends with other people, and if you're not feeling comfortable within yourself, start learning to embrace your authenticity. The more of an authentic person you can become and the more comfortable you are with who you are, you're going to find people who resonate with you, period. Because most of the time people have trouble finding friends is because they're molding to become something they're not in hopes that other people will like them. Being yourself does the opposite. It attracts people who are just like you. And then you have great friends and you are yourself. So the point is that we focus a lot on these types of things that we think we cannot improve in our lives. But the truth is you can improve all these things. It's not fucking easy. And look at me straight dead in my face. It is not fucking easy to improve these types of things. However, though, it's not impossible. But we focus on that stuff and we say our life sucks and we say it's never going to get better. And then we sit in the energy of struggle. But the point is you are here. You're alive today. You're breathing. You're living in a world where technically you can do any fucking thing you desire. So we focus on a lot of the shit that we actually can change, but we tell ourselves we can't, and that's bullshit. We got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Okay? Every time we tell ourselves we can't do this, we can't do that, it's bullshit. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Okay? Because you can. And you are so much more capable than you're giving yourself credit for. So instead of stressing about that stuff can always be improved. But what are some things in our lives that we take for granted that we're not focusing on every day? Our health, the fact that we're living and breathing here right now, maybe the fact that we have a roof over our head, maybe the fact that we still have family around us that we love and care and that we cherish. Those are the things that are super important in life, you know? And there's a lot of other reasons we're here than to just work and make money, which is like the number one thing people are always so stressed about, you know? I'm not saying it's not a stressor, it's valid, but it's something that can be improved. It really can. So, guys, when we feel like giving up on life, you know, or just like giving up in general, saying, fuck it, I'm so tired of X, Y, and Z, whatever you're usually wanting to give up on, it can be improved. So take the time to relax. Take the time to tap into what you're happy with the fact that you already have, right? Hop into the energy of gratitude. Life is good. We're alive. We're breathing. We got people in our lives that we love. Look at the good stuff for a change. And it's probably going to start to open up your eyes to some really massive, massive differences on how you have an outlook on life for the foreseeable future. Okay? So a bit of a random message there, but hopefully somebody needed to hear that. All right. I know other people are waiting for their signs. We'll get to it as quickly as possible, but felt like that was something worth noting, okay? Marlene, if you're time stamping today, not sure, but if you happen to, feel free to include that message if you don't mind, okay? All right, guys. Coming up next, we're going to be doing air. So Aquarius, you're coming up next. Just give me another moment or so, and then we'll go ahead and get it popping, okay? You're welcome, Brittany. For sure, for sure. Itzel, you're good. Guys, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not that person who like, I don't get mad about shit. You're good. I wasn't even upset or anything like that when you said Scorpio. Dude, I don't, and I mean this with all love. Like, I don't care. That did not bother me. I'm not mad at you. Don't feel some type of way. Trust me, you're good. The fact that any of you showed up and are here, I appreciate that, okay? Don't feel some type of way. And for people who get excited to want to have their sign read, it doesn't bug me, man. I just ask that you be patient. That's all. Don't bug me. It's like, hell yeah, I'm glad you're excited. I would love to read for you. I love reading for all of you. That's why I'm fucking here, baby. So don't trip. Don't trip at all. All right? All right, let's get into it. Aquarius, birthday peeps, let's see what's up with you. Hopefully we're looking at some awesome sauce. I do want to say, though, Aquarius, welcome in. Happy birthday, happy Aquarian season. Hope it's been quite well so far. All right, though, let's see what we got going on. Messages coming in here for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here, please, for our Zodiac of Aquarian coming on into tomorrow. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what's going on. Aquarian, overall energy for you is going to be the Three of Wands. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or a Leo. Coming into the current energy, Fool in reverse, what you're dealing with here, guys. Two of Swords in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for you, Moon in the reverse position. So I feel here so far, Aquarius, well, two things I want to note. First and foremost, you could be dealing with a Aries. You also could be connecting here with a Pisces. So if that matters, you know, take that if it resonates. But Three of Wands here to the Fool in reverse. I think you have been waiting and you haven't been taking action. Okay, so you've been in the energy of waiting. I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I'm waiting for my chariot to arrive. I'm waiting for my money. And if you guys watch the channel, you know me. I'm not a fan of waiting. I'm a man of action. I'm a person of action. I think we should always be people of action, because when we're in the energy of waiting, it's absolutely equivalent to stagnancy. Waiting equals stagnancy. Write it down somewhere. It's very true. When you're in the energy of waiting, you're not doing nothing. You're not in motion. You're not making anything happen. So sometimes, sure, you can wait and something can happen for you. But more often than not, waiting isn't going to make nothing happen. If you wait to make money, you're not making money. If you wait to find, happiness, where are you going to find the happiness if you're not doing anything with your life, right? So at the end of the day, we got to get into the energy of motion. Motion. You got to get in the energy of motion, okay? Looking at what you're dealing with right now, Two of Swords reversed. I feel like some of you decided to say, like, yeah, you know what? I'll rest here. I'll wait here. I'm going to let life, give me whatever life has to give me. But the point is that we have to get back to the fact and remember that we are the authors of our own story. We're the creators of our reality. And life isn't going to just write itself when you're the author, when you're writing life as you go. So you have to be willing to hop into the energy of action. If you're doing something, you're creating. Always remember that, right? The more we're taking action, the more we're in the energy of doing and being, we are creating at all given times. So looking at the outcome here, Moon in reverse. Aquarius, I feel like you're kind of in this energy right now where it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't know, like emotionally right now, I'm burnt out. Emotionally right now, I don't really feel like I'm in a space and time where I want to do anything or I want to move forward with anything. I'm just waiting for something to happen in my life. And it's like, you're going to be waiting for a long time for anything to just jump on by or anything of that nature. You have to start taking action. Heloise said, I lost my job. I've been applying and I hate waiting. For sure. In a scenario like that, though, you're taking action. Sure, you're waiting for a reply from an employer, but at the end of the day, keep on applying. put in hundreds of applications if you need to. The more you keep on doing that, the more you're going to be in action, the more you're going to end up creating a job for yourself and getting a job for yourself, okay? So that right there is you taking action. That's what you should be doing. So that's good. But yeah, Aquarian, I feel like a lot of you are just really burnt out, you know? So you're in a space and time where it's like, for some reason, my dang second camera just keeps freezing. So I'm not going to use it anymore, guys. I don't know what's going on with my second camera lately. Been having a lot of technical issues lately, but anyhow, it's that energy where it's like, I don't know, I just need life to kind of just happen to me, right? But life doesn't happen to you. You are life within itself. You create life, okay? So with that being said, guys, don't wait on life to pass you by. You know, work with what you want. Start really getting your thinking cap on and ask yourself, what do I want to do with my life, right? Maybe right now I'm waiting on where I'm supposed to go when it comes to figuring out my career. Test out all the different careers you can. You know, get experience, go out there, try something new. You know, maybe, I don't know, I'm going to wait for the day that I become happy. That's not going to happen if you're just waiting. Figure out what makes you happy in your life. How do I figure that out? You go out and you experience, okay? Staying in the energy of motion, though, is what's going to allow you to create. It's what's going to allow you to get to where you want to go. So the last thing you want to do is this. Don't stagnate yourself. Okay, Aquarius? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for watching. And of course, happy birthday. And hopefully this message helps, okay? All right, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here, guys, with our first batch of Zodiacs. We'll get into our second batch here shortly. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with my second camera. I don't know if it's my like recording or my streaming software or something like that, but I've just been having nonstop like tech issues recently, and I'm very good in tech, so I'm gonna figure it out. I'll get to the bottom of it, but it's been pretty frustrating recently with this damn overhead camera. For some reason, it freezes or it doesn't charge and it turns off. It's just been a big pain in the freaking ass, man. So hopefully, well, not even hopefully, I'll figure that shit out soon. But it's been a pain in the butt, man. Pain in the butt. Anyhow, though, guys, first batch is done. We're getting into the second batch shortly. Of course, if anybody here is enjoying today's video, hit that like button. Really helps out on the channel if you guys want to support me, especially if you want to support me in any way that's free. Hitting that like really does go miles, man. So feel free to do so. If you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you and embrace you into the soul family, okay? Jessica said, I'm excited. I'll be able to get my personal reading soon. Cool. I'll be happy to go ahead and, you know, connect with you when you end up reaching out. So really, really cool. Happy to hear that. Thank you, Fawn. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, though, guys, give me a few more moments and then we'll go ahead and we will continue, okay? Actually, you know what? Give me 2 seconds, guys. Don't go anywhere, please. I'll be right back. Let me throw on my BRB screen. I'm just going to take this out real fast and see if I can fix it. And if I can, I can't. But give me a moment or so and we will be right back, okay? All right, guys, BRB.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love.
All right, guys, we are back. Unfortunately, cannot fix it. It is what it is. I'll fix it after the stream. But hello, guys, we're back. Let's hop on into it. So we did for today's lineup, if I'm not mistaken, fire, earth, water, and air. Yes. So we're going to hop back into our fire. And let's have a look here at the Ram fam. Let's see what's going on here for Team Aries, baby. So what's popping in for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what's going to be showing up here for our Ram fam, baby? Messages incoming for the Aries in the next 24. Oh, well, thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. What's going on, Heather Ann? How you doing? Happy to see you, too. What's popping in for our zodiac sign of Aries in the next 24 hours? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Ram fam, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Wands in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, what you're dealing with here. We have the Star, and then looking at the outcome for the Ram fam members is going to be the King of Cups in the upright position. So let's see what we got going on here for you. First and foremost, you got here a Two of Wands in reverse, then you're pairing that here to the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position too. Kind of feels like for Aries peeps, you are putting something on pause. Typically, Knight of Pentacles reversed and Two of Wands reversed can both be representative of like putting a situation to a halt, like not wanting to progress with something. So I think that's where you're at. I mean, looking at what you're dealing with right now, the star card here says, I have some other things in mind. Okay, Aries, what the hell do you have in mind right now? So I think you're putting pause on something in life. You're putting a pause on either a relationship, or you're putting a pause right now on some sort of career or something of that nature. Could be literally anything. But you have something else in mind. The star card is about your path. It's where you're feeling truly called to, where you're truly feeling aligned. You know, I'm kind of like not saying this is what your situation is, but it's kind of like that energy where it's like maybe somebody was so excited to go to college and then they felt like, oh, you know, I got to put a pause on this because I'm feeling called to something else. And then they like start a multi-million-dollar business. I'm not saying that maybe that is your story. Who knows? But it's just like we've seen that before, right? Where people just feel called to do something different, even if they had a certain plan, and it ends up working out so much better. So I think you're in that vibe in the next 24 hours, you know, looking at the outcome here. King of Cups here says, I don't know. Like, I just have a good feeling. I want to trust my feelings. I want to trust my instincts. I want to trust what feels right for me. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and proceed. So if I need to take the time to put a pause, on something in my life, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go to where I feel called and where I feel directed. And that's the vibration I'm feeling you guys have moving into your next 24 hours. So yeah, and I say go for it. I'm a big fan of like really going to where you feel called to go. So maybe some of you are feeling called to start something in your lives, or to move somewhere new, or to connect with someone, or you're feeling called to start a business. I don't fucking know. But whatever you're feeling called to, check into that energy, because chances are when you hear the call, you know, there's a reason you're going there, and success usually follows through. Okay? I like it, Aries. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning on in. So we did our Ram fam, everybody. We're going to be hopping on into our Earth signs here momentarily. Real quick, it's Zell said, I honestly love watching your daily videos, and at times you make me laugh and you make my day. Like today, you made my day by saying my name in your live video. That was awesome. Oh, well, you're very welcome. And thank you for watching. Seriously, it means the most, man. You guys are the whole reason I'm still here. Period. So that means a lot to me, and thank you guys so much. Okay. All right, y'all. Hopping into the Earth, we've done Virgo already, so let's have a look here at the Bull Gang and see what we got going on. Message is showing up here for Taurus, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Taurus in the next 24 hours? Let's see what we got going on. We're going to get about one more shuffle, and we shall see what do we got going on. Taurus, overall energy for you is the Ace of Swords. Could be some sort of truth coming to play or coming to light in your next 24 hours. Looking at the current energy, High Priestess in reversed. What you're dealing with, Taurus, we have here the Three of Wands. Been seeing this Three of Wands come out quite often today. Looking at the outcome for you, Page of Pentacles in the upright position. So let's have a look here, Team Taurus. You got an Ace of Swords here, and you pair that also to the High Priestess reversed. You're realizing something you didn't see earlier on. Typically, the High Priestess is like a message from your guides, or it's kind of like your guides trying to like give you that intuitive nudge, right? Where you were hoping that you would be able to kind of nudge somebody in the right direction. So I think that for you guys, you've had some sort of intuitive nudge for a while now, but you haven't been able to pick up on it till now. So in your next 24 hours, you're going to see something pretty clearly. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here being the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, like I mentioned, is often waiting for your ships to come in or waiting for something to happen. I think a lot of you guys are going to recognize, holy crap, why the fuck have I been waiting for this when I could have been doing something instead? Like, you're realizing that you stagnated yourself. I had a whole conversation about this with another zodiac sign earlier, but it's true. Like, when you're waiting for things to happen, it's like, oh my God, why am I not doing things so they can happen, right? So this is the energy about getting back into action. Looking at the outcome here being the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles here says, I got to do something, right? I'm picking up on an energy, Taurus. Maybe for some of you, it's more general, right? In the retrospect of like, okay, I've been waiting for something to happen in my life, or I've been waiting to figure something out. And it's like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Just sitting here waiting for things to happen? Like, I need to take charge and make things happen, right? Maybe some of you right now are playing video games. You know, maybe you don't have a job at this time and you're not doing anything. And it's like, I don't know what the hell is supposed to happen. I'm just waiting for an opportunity. And then it's like you wake up and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, you throw the video game controller, you throw away the bag of potato chips, you put out the joint, and it's like, hey, I got to go do something, right? What the fuck am I waiting for? So I'm feeling that kind of vibe for you. And it's not going to be like every Taurus is this situation exactly. It's just an example. But I've definitely been there. I remember when I was 18 years old, before I ever had my first job, I was like doing nothing all day. And then I got to a point where I was like, what am I doing? Like, I need to do something, right? I need to like actually create something. I can't just wait for an opportunity to come on by. So with that being said, that's how I got started, right? At 18, that's when I got my first job. I started doing things. I started to, you know, get into the energy of motion. So I think for Taurians, you're at that point in time, guys, where you're realizing in whatever area of life, you've been really stagnated, hoping that something would happen. But you're realizing, I'm the person that has to make something happen. I can't just hope that it'll happen. I'm the creator. I got to make it happen. Period. And you're right. So guys, I definitely feel like motivation's coming back into play, but also Taurus, you're coming back into motion. I like it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for watching. Take it if it resonates. So we've done the earth, we've done the fire. Let's get back into our water. Hopping into the water signs, baby. Team Pisces. Let's see what we got going on for the fish. Okay. What do we got showing up here for Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. In the next 24 hours, what's going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Piscean in the next 24 hours? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Team Fish, overall energy, Knight of Swords. Taking a look at the current energy, guys, we have here the Six of Cups, what you're dealing with. We have here the Chariot, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Eight of Pentacles in the upright position. So as far as what I feel here for you, Team Pisces, Knight of Swords to the Six of Cups. I think you're going to be talking about something that happened in the past in the next 24 hours, but communication and talking about it's what's going to help you start processing it and moving on. I feel that maybe you're going to be opening up to somebody about, I don't feel like it's a situation where you're just randomly talking about the past. I think you're with the participating party. So let's say, for example, you haven't talked to somebody for a couple months. You might talk to that person you've been distant from for a while, have a conversation, tell them how they made you feel, tell them what went on and what happened, and then it's like, all right, how do we move forward from here? So I kind of feel that energy, like maybe there's a distant friend you end up reconnecting with in your next 24 hours. Maybe there's an old ex-boyfriend or ex-partner. Maybe there's a family member you've kind of been ghosting for a while because maybe some shit happened between the two of you, right? But I feel like your intention here is I want to just move forward, you know? I want to bury the hatchet. So conflict resolution seems to be pretty probable for Pisceans in the next 24 hours, and communication is going to be showing up here for sure. So you're going to be talking to somebody here that I think you haven't talked to in a while, somebody you share history with, somebody you share a past with. Chances are things might not have gone too smoothly between you both, so that's why distance was created in the first place. Either way though, guys, you know, looking at the outcome for you being the Eight of Pentacles here says, you know, you're at a moment in time, guys, where you're ready to work on this. You know, you don't want to have a distant situation with somebody, or maybe you don't want to be distant from somebody anymore. You kind of want to bury the hatchet, clear the air, and see where we go from here. And keep in mind, for some Pisceans, the road may be, I'm ready to fully move on and we can fully go our separate ways. For other Pisceans, maybe the road is I want to rebuild our relationship and we can continue this relationship and maybe start new and start fresh. So it can go either way, but you don't like this weird energy where you're in limbo with somebody. That's not something you want to continue to participate in. So I see Pisceans here, either A, you're reaching out to somebody in your past or somebody in your past is reaching out to you, but either way, it's time to have a conversation and see where we go from here. It's kind of the vibe I'm seeing for you, okay? So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Shout out to Team Pisces. So we have touched base here, guys, so far with our first batch of Zodiacs, or sorry, we have finished up, our Earth, we've done our water, we've done our fire. We're moving on into our air signs here next, okay? We did finish our first batch, but I don't know why I said that again. Anyhow, we're going to get into air signs in a moment. What's going on, Amy? You said, is that an illusion or is that a giant deck of tarot cards? This is a very normal deck. This is a normal deck of tarot cards. Maybe when I put it closer to the camera, it looks bigger, but yeah, no, it's it's a very normal size. This, though, on the other hand, these are pretty big cards. So yeah. Also, what's going on, Marlene? You said, hey, lovely soul fam, y'all are the best. Let's do our wonderful host a favor and show your love and appreciation by pressing that like button. Thank you all. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, by the way, V, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching, okay? All right, y'all. We did air, we're on air. We did Aquarius previously. Let's have a look at Gemini. What's going on here for the gems, baby? Message is showing up for Team Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What's going to be in store here, please, for our beautiful zodiacs of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some really fantastic stuff. Let's take a look. Gems, overall energy for you is a 5 of Swords in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Page of Wands in reverse, what you're dealing with. We got here the King of Swords. And then looking at the outcome, Gemini, is going to be the Knight of Wands in the reverse position as well. So let's take a look here and see what's up. 5 of Swords reversed here, Page of Wands reversed here. You're kind of in an energy, I feel, where you're choosing to like not fight for something, because I feel like you're really disinterested. When people, the thing is, guys, is when people are like fighting for a connection or fighting for a person, it shows that they care. However, though, when the person stops fighting, that's when you should be worried, because that's when it starts to show that they don't care so much, right? So I feel like you're in that energy, Gemini, where you're not so much fighting for somebody, and it's because you're not really interested in the person or in the situation anymore. And looking at what you're dealing with here, being the King of Swords, I feel like somebody has been so closed off emotionally that they're not even seeing it right now still. Like, even the fact that you're choosing to not fight for them now, because they've been so emotionally closed off, they're still not picking up on it. They're still not seeing it. And looking at the outcome here, Knight of Wands reversed, it's like, I've done everything I've tried to, I've done everything I could, but I just don't have anything left in me to keep on trying. So someone here's pushed you away, and it's gotten to the point where you've just said, yeah, you've pushed me so far, you've pushed me off the edge. So here's a couple things I want to note. Chances are the person you're dealing with isn't seeing the results of their actions right now. They may be like, oh, you know, sure, I've lost Gemini, whatever. Gemini will be back, but I don't think they see the extent of the actions that they've had, because I don't think they've seen that they have officially pushed you over the edge. You know, you don't have any sort of intention of coming back. You don't have any sort of intention of picking up where you left off. So I don't feel like the person you're dealing with recognizes the severity of the situation. And at the end of the day, because they're that emotionally disconnected and disengaged, they're not going to see it until they end up getting back into that emotional space overall. Right? So until your person opens up again, they may not see that they've lost you, but I think overall they have, they just don't see it yet. That's kind of the vibe I'm seeing for the next 24. So, you know, take that, of course, if it resonates, right? Leave it if it doesn't. But like I said, person you're dealing with doesn't recognize the severity just yet. But inevitably, I think they're going to see the severity. Okay? So at this time, they're not seeing that they've lost you. All right, guys? Yeah, like I mentioned, it's like when somebody's fighting for you, it shows they care, but the moment the fighting kind of stops and they're not fighting for you any longer, that's when you should be a little bit concerned, because that's when somebody's really starting to move forward. All right, Geminis. Sorry your situation ended up coming to this, but I think you're making peace with it as you move on, because it's hard to connect with somebody if they're not willing to be open to connect with you. Okay? All right, guys. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Team Gemini, for watching. So we have touched base here, y'all, with our second batch of Zodiacs for the daily read. We'll be getting into our last and our final batch here shortly. Alicia said 2 for 20 reads are sold out. When will they be available? I actually did not know they were sold out, so probably after this video I'll go back on and I'll restock them. So because I do have a couple more orders to fulfill, but no issue, I can definitely resupply those. So yeah, for the 2 for 20s, if you guys want to purchase those today, they will be available probably in like the next 2 hours or so. So just refresh the site whenever or log on to the site later and you'll see them there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take care of that later. But anyhow, though, we're on our second batch. We'll get to our last and our final batch here soon. Amy, you were saying no on your floor. It looks like it's on your carpet. LOL. If you're mentioning like that white thing over there, that's actually like a virtual reality headset. So it's not a tarot card if you're mentioning that. And then over here, I have like my tarot cards that are stacked up that I kind of put on display. But yeah, if you're mentioning that big white thing over there, that is a VR headset, which I need to actually use more because it's super fucking fun. I haven't used it in a while, actually, so I kind of want to play some Beat Saber tonight because that's a really fun game. Really fun game indeed. Marissa said, literally, LOL, when a Cancer stops trying, most people would have stopped trying months ago, for sure. Very true. I think Cancers have a high tolerance for pain, to be fair. So like we'll get through the ringer, you know, we'll get thrown through the ringer pretty consistently, especially when we're batting for people that we care about. But the one thing I'll say about Cancers is like the moment that you actually stop caring and you move on, you're not going to get that Cancer back. So like when a Cancer finally moves on, it's it. It's over, you know, because of how long we held on, right? So definitely something to note. Rastafari, what's going on? You said I had to rewatch Pisces twice. Goosebumps? Oh boy. Hopefully not bad goosebumps. I don't even remember what I said on the Pisces reading, but hopefully not bad. Heather Ann said this Cappy mom is excited to hear the read. No expectations, but psyched. I got some juju going on today. Numerology is insane today. Ooh, that's what's up. Love that for you. Well, we'll be getting to Capricorn shortly, so we'll check it out. Hopefully some good stuff. All right, guys. One more moment, and then we're doing our last batch. We're doing our final 4 signs, okay? Damn straight, Gloria. Damn straight. For sure, Alicia, for sure. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's take a look, man. Hopping back on into our fire. We've done Sag, we've done Aries, so Leo. Let's get it popping, okay? All right, baby. What do we got showing up here for Team Leo? I feel that, Marissa. I feel that for sure. What do we got going on for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be coming up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Leo in the next 24? What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. Leo, one more shuffle is incoming for you. And we will see what we got going on. Starting out here with the overall energy, Knight of Cups in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we do have here the Three of Swords in reverse. What you're dealing with, guys, Queen of Pentacles, and then looking at the outcome for you, is going to be the Knight of Swords in the upright position. So let's check it out and see what we have in store for you. Now, Leo, you got here a Knight of Cups reversed, and then you're pairing that Knight of Cups with a Three of Swords in reverse as well. Chances are you're in the process right now of focusing more on you than anything, especially seeing the Queen of Pentacles show up in regards to what you're dealing with, right? Queen of Pentacles here is a card that represents I'm taking care of my wants, my needs, my desires, and I think that's because you just don't have it in you anymore to try to take care of somebody else. I'm feeling a situation, Leo, where there was resistance, so chances are you were trying to be there for someone, or you were trying to love someone. Chances are they didn't open up their hearts, and it's like, you know what, I don't have time for this anymore to keep on opening up my heart to other people when I know what I'm looking for, but at the same time I can provide what I'm looking for. I can love myself, I can give myself lots of love and attention, I can spoil myself and spend some monies on myself, right? So at the end of the day, Leo, I think you're at a point where it's like, I need to reprioritize right now. I'm not at a point where I want to keep on pushing the external and looking for what I need in other people. I want to find what I need within myself. And once I build that stable security, then I can connect with other people and we can share that kind of security with each other, right? Looking at the outcome being the Knight of Swords here says, I'm swinging this sword to whatever wasn't working for me previously, Three of Swords, and I'm focusing up on me. So you're building your security nest, guys, right now within yourselves. And once you get that figured out, sure, we can share that security nest with someone else and they can share their security nest with you. But for this time being, I think you're starting to realize I'm so tired of trying to find all this security and all this happiness and all of what I need in other people when I really need to find everything I need within me, because it exists within you, but you have to access it. You have to find it. So this is where you're at now. And I think it's a good place to start, because once you already feel whole and complete within yourself, that's when you can truly connect with other people, especially in terms of love and romance. So you're not going to be searching for needs anymore. You're going to be looking for somebody to compliment you, and that's a completely different story, right? So with that being said, Leo, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. So we have touched base here, guys, with all of our fire signs for the daily read. We'll be getting on into our earth signs here next. Real quick, Marissa said I should have officially stopped trying in like October 22, but I didn't until like June 2023. It happens. Trust me, I get it as a Cancer for sure. Okay. Either way though, guys, we're going to keep it moving forward. So we've done our fire. Let's do our earth. For the earth signs, we've touched base with Taurus. We've touched base with Virgo. So team Capricorn, let's see what we got going on here for the cappuccinos. Okay. Message is showing up here for team Cappy. Thank you, by the way, Lit Biddy, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. What's going to be going on here though for Cappy? Let me fix that real quick. In the next 24 hours, hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead here and take a look. Capricorn, overall energy for you guys is going to be the 7 of Wands. Having a look at the current energy, we have here the 3 of Cups reversed, what Capricorns are dealing with. 10 of Swords in reverse, looking at the outcome for you. Knight of Cups in the reverse as well. I feel for some reason you're keeping your guard up in the next 24 hours. I think right now you're not really happy with somebody, but at the same time, guys, you're also not in a position to where you're trying to let someone go. I feel a sense of like disappointment in somebody's actions. You still care about them, but you're letting them know you're not supporting them. It feels like a parent to a child, to be fair. So maybe some parents are kind of disappointed in their child's actions. It's like at the end of the day, you're going to love your child forever. However, you're not going to support the actions they're doing, right? So this could be literally anybody. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be your kid. It could be somebody within the workplace. But you're at that point in time where it's like 7 of Wands. I'm not going to support a situation that I'm not entirely happy with. Okay. I still love and care for the person. 10 of Swords reversed. I'm not going to get them or kick them out of my life. However, though, I'm just at a point where I'm not going to be super loving and super accepting and super happy with the actions showing up that you don't necessarily feel are good. So I think for Capricorns, you have your guard up a bit with somebody here. You are hoping to see changed behavior because you're not necessarily showing that you're going to be supportive of something that you're not. Okay. So take that if that resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't. But Capricorns, you know, thanks for tuning in and watching nonetheless. Very, very quick and to the point kind of read coming up for you guys. But I think that's where you're at. You know, I love you. I care about you. But this is not something I support. And I'm not going to lie to you and give false support. I'm going to tell you how I really feel. And that's the thing with a Capricorn. You can always kind of rely on a Capricorn keeping it 100, okay? Especially when it comes to telling you how they feel. So let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Team Capricorn, for watching. Take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. So we have touched base here, y'all, with all of the earth. We've done all of the fire. We're getting into water signs here next. But real quick, everybody, just give me 1 moment or so. I'm going to be right back. I just got to go ahead and grab something real fast, and then we'll go ahead here and continue, okay? All right, y'all, and BRB.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you for patiently waiting. So we touched base with Earth. We've also done our fire. So let's get on into our water. So for the water signs, Team Scorpio, let's see what we got going on here, baby. Message is showing up here for Scorpio, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be coming on in here, please, for our zodiac sign of Scorpio in the next 24 hours? Hopefully we're going to be looking at some awesome stuff. Scorpio, you actually had a pretty quick shuffle, so let's see what we got going on. Overall energy for the Scorps, King of Swords. You might be dealing with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Coming into the current energy, Devil in reverse, what you're dealing with here. We have here the Four of Cups. And then looking at the outcome for you guys is going to be the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Now, first things first, Scorpio, King of Swords showing up here for you. Typically a card that represents you're focusing on being more disciplined in a situation. I feel like you have to be sturdy or stern, not sturdy. Maybe Scorpio's getting sturdy with it, but I feel like you have to be stern with someone in your next 24-hour period. And it has a lot to do here with letting something go. And I feel like this is probably, chances are, a bad habit. You know, you have here a Devil reverse, so maybe this is like a bad habit, like smoking, or maybe you've been overindulging in a habit that's not all that good. And it's like, okay, I need to be stern with myself. I need to be disciplined. I shouldn't be doing this, right? So with that being said, you guys could be kicking around bad habits in the next 24 hours, or maybe a bad habit could be the default of going back to a specific person. That definitely could be the case for some of you too. Maybe you're noticing, yeah, defaulting to my ex is probably not great, or defaulting to an environment that isn't all that great for me probably isn't great. So with that being said, you're doing what you can here to tune that out and leave that in the past. Overall though, guys, looking at the outcome, Ace of Wands reversed, when you're so used to kind of going back to a certain type of direction and you're now suddenly being stern and holding your ground and not going back, it's like, well, where the hell did we go from here? You know, so that's a bit of a weird feeling, isn't it? Right? So when you're so used to something, you have to change your habit. Now, in order to change it, you got to ask yourself, okay, if I don't know where I'm going from here, where would I like to go from here? So let's say you quit smoking, right? Well, what would you like to do instead to fill that time? Maybe start playing soccer. Maybe start going for a jog and working out. Maybe, you know, pick up and take the trade off of the bad habit and do something that's healthy, right? That is something that's super beneficial. Maybe instead of defaulting to your ex, you know, your ex Michael, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go talk to like one of our favorite friends. And maybe we'll talk about that and how we feel, right? Instead of going back there. So this is a time where you have to figure it out. It's brand new. It's not necessarily what you're used to, but at the end of the day, just as a bad habit was once created, a good habit for the foreseeable future, a healthy habit can also be created as well. Okay. All right, Team Scorpio, take that, of course, if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here so far with all the water. We've done the fire and we've done the earth. Let's get on into our last but not least zodiac sign here for the daily, and that's going to be Team Libra. So let's go ahead and have a look. All right. What do we got showing up here for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be in store here, please, for our zodiac signs of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Team Libra, overall energy for you, Three of Cups in the upright, baby. I like it. Could be connecting here with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Coming into the current energy, Ace of Wands reversed, what you're dealing with, Libras, Knight of Swords in the upright. Looking at the outcome for you, Eight of Wands in the upright coming in as well. I think this is a celebration because you're not going down a path that wasn't going to make you happy anyhow. And that actually is worth celebrating. Have you guys almost been so close to like doing something or signing yourself up for something that you know you just were not happy with? Like maybe your parents wanted you to get this job, but you knew you wouldn't be happy with it, so you got a different job instead. You know, have you ever had somebody tell you, hey Libra, this is how you should be living your life, but it's like, I didn't want that for myself, you know? So there's a celebration that you didn't take a certain path, and that is worth celebrating because it's your life and your life is yours for the living. okay? And your shoes are the only shoes you're walking in. So don't let other people take control, right? We got to do what's making us happy at all costs, not what other people want us to do. So the point here is, though, is it feels very much so like a celebration in your next 24 hours. I'm so damn happy I avoided this path. I maybe had prerequisite feelings about it, or maybe I was never thrilled about it in the first place, but I'm happy I didn't do it. Looking at what you're dealing with, Knight of Swords, you've redirected yourself. You've taken action and you've changed your course. And looking at the outcome here being the Eight of Wands here is also representing the energy of changing course and aligning and putting your energy and putting your physical investment into someone or something else. So I think you're pretty happy here. I feel almost like you've dodged a bullet, Libra, if that makes sense, coming up in your next 24 hours. So you're happy that your path took a turn, because it took a turn towards what you actually wanted versus going through with what you didn't. Okay? All right, guys. Of course, if that resonates, take it. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in nonetheless, Libra. Really love and appreciate you guys. All right? Have a good rest of your day. All right, Libra. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that all being said here, everybody, guys, thank you so much for coming out here to today's daily reading. Much love and appreciation for you all. Thank you all, or thank you to all you lovely souls for showing up. Really, really appreciate you guys. As always, guys, for those of you that are new here, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button and welcome in over here at CancerMoonsTarot. A couple things to note for those of you that enjoyed the video, hit the like button, of course. And for those of you that are here every day, I appreciate you. So I always want to take my time to say thank you. Thank you to my subscribers, my moderators. Thank you to my members. You guys are awesome. So thank you guys for your constant love. And even for the new peeps, thank you. Appreciate you taking any of the time out of your day to check me out. So thanks so much. Okay. Guys, do want to mention, as always, personal readings are always available at CancerMoonsTarot.com. I know right now the 2 for 20 tarot questions are sold out. I'm going to be restocking them soon. So check later tonight. They should be back in stock. But if you want to read, they will be there. So feel free to give it a look. And yeah, with that being said, I think we're good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to touch base with you guys about, but I think that's it. So yeah, guys, happy Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you all so much. And I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys in the next video. Much love to my soul fam. Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.